then the Charm Bangle.
Yeah, 'cause the Charm Bangle reduces your random encounter rate by about 40%. So I'll be using that for pretty much the whole rest of the game until I can upgrade to the Moogle Charm later on.
And this cafe is very special because you can warp out of it. That's the only reason for going in there.
Hey, it's a wyvern. Yeah, I have a rare chance of getting Dragoon boots from the wyverns, so I make a shot at stealing before I run away.
So at this point, you now have the Charm Bangle, which induces the random encounter rate. You have the Gale Hairpin, which increases your chance of getting preemptive encounters. And then the Back Guard, which prevents you from getting pincer or back attacks. So all those together, really, they make random battles much more tolerable.
Yeah, and then when you do get them, then you use smoke bombs, or just run away if you get a preemptive.
Oh, Shadow's name.
Oh yeah. Forgot that was coming up.
Yeah, sorry, we forgot to warn you that was coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, not too much longer for Strago and Realm, too.
Yeah, Strago and Realm are coming up, so if you want to get any more in for those. Yeah, so not much time.
LCC? Alright.
LCC.
Yeah, shoutouts to LCC for developing a lot of the new World of Balance strategies that I've been using in this run. Not going to be able to do pro bass fishing though.
Yeah, he's figured out a way to manipulate the fish when you're saving Sid, so that you can do it really fast. But we won't even be doing that if we're killing Sid.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, unless you want to get bad
unless you want to
fish,
manipulate getting more slow fish and having them move closer to where you can
So
catch
let's
them.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Manipulate the bad fish. Kill Sid as fast as possible. Yeah, optimize each one.
Yeah.
That means you have to cut the donation instead of off earlier.
Yeah, like before we start the run, because it's all based on the starting RNG seed when you start the run. Or we could just make a new category for this game, Leap of Faith %.
Well, while we're experiencing some feels on screen, I have some donations with some feels. We have $10 from Timo. It says, the marathon nears its end. That's sad, and so we'll have to get a little bit in the mood with a darker theme, and we'll probably lose people. Or Sid.
What are the totals for that?
I'll update you momentarily.
Cool.
We have $30 from Bahrain. It says, my mom worked as a diabetes educator for 20 plus years, so this cause is something close to my heart. And that $30 donation went to Emma as Realm. And we also have a $20 donation from Guess Who, Jino. It says, a little appreciation for Emma. I don't know what I would have become if my father died in my youth. It's only when people aren't there anymore that we see how precious they are. If needed, I will put much more effort to ensure that will happen. $10 for Emma as Realm and $10 for Mark as Strago.
Merci, Jano.
Judging by how this is going right now, I have a strong feeling that we will be seeing that pair in action. Also, regarding the kill or save Sid bid war, we have kill in the lead at $293 compared to save at $291.
$2 apart?
That is
What I just
correct.
heard?
Wow.
So you guys still have a pretty fair amount of time. I don't think we need to even know about that until after the cutscene between the world transition.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably just say it's cut off at the end of the World of Balance.
Yep. donations in. So get your donations in, and we will see the results soon.
These touching lines on top of the Demon Chocobo background, which you can donate to spare us from
That's right.
if you're so inclined.
It's up to you.
Unfortunately for you guys, that one's a lot less close than the
Come on, get it closer.
Yeah. So does this mean that LCC is a fan of Twilight Sparkle then? That's what Terra is named after.
Actually, Puexel, we have a comment that is not actually a donation comment, but this is from the chat, and I think this is appropriate to read right now. I would like to say, sorry, this is from a guy who, funny enough, is named I Am Puexel.
Okay.
But his message is, I would like to say that Mr. Puexel is a stand-up guy. He is at every event and practices all his games for the events to the best of his ability. Puexel deserves praise, and I want to give it to him.
Oh, thank
If
you.
you are in chat and have
Appreciate
not
it.
made a donation, you should now donate and leave a comment thanking Mr. Puexel for his efforts to raise money for all the events he does each year. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Wow. Making me blush.
So the question is, will Shadow get to participate in any battles?
I think he will. Maybe even here. 'Cause you've got so many no encounter tiles here. That's pretty much only after you get on this neck here that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, no battles for Shadow yet.
All right, time for Strago and Realm.
And we have Mark as Strago.
It's with a K, right?
Yes. And of course, the artistic genius is Emma. From what I heard, Emma's father passed away from a bleeding kidney due to complications with diabetes. And as I said it before, may this last journey you two have together be a blast. And never forget that no matter what happens, where you go, or whatever you do, he's always going to be your father, and he's always going to love you very, very much, Emma. And I hope you never forget that. Ever.
He's not kidding, too. They're going to take out one of the goddess statues together later on. So this next area we're going into to save Emma from the burning house in Thamasa has some pretty annoying randomness to it, just because you've got these flames that trigger battles when you touch them all over the place, and they do follow the same rules as the enemies in the Moogle multi-party battle, in that the battles are only triggered if they're standing still when you pass by them. But unlike that, their movement is random instead of being on fixed patterns. So I mean, I guess usually I just kind of charge through and hope that I'm passing by one when it's moving. But there's a few cases where I'll like pause and hope that one will move far enough away that I can swing around it. But the bottom line is it's just a lot of randomness.
Yeah. It's like the first two rooms, there's just not much room there for you to get by them. But after that, it gets a little bit easier.
So, just out of curiosity, how are we doing on the Make Sergeant McCormick Flex incentive for the finale? Done.
It is funny that you asked, Poxnor, because yes, we met that incentive, and we will be seeing it.
And dare I ask, how much was it again?
It was $500.
Okay, so he just texted me that he's going to be on his way in a few hours. Should I tell him to prepare, or should this just be a fun surprise for when he arrives?
Absolutely a surprise.
Some hand-down tight shirt on that guy before you. So you can get him to rip off. Just like Flex.
So like Essentia was saying earlier, this first room is pretty nasty, just because you've got so little space to work with that it's pretty much impossible to get through here without getting like probably around 2 of them. I actually got lucky in getting past that one.
And this room is hard too. I got past that one.
So what I'm trying to do now is just make room near the top of my inventory for the rods I'm about to get here.
Is Thamasa the only place where you can buy rods?
Yes,
That's what I was thinking.
those 3 kinds at least.
And rods are really useful. They're, when you use like a fire rod, it uses the level 2 fire spell. But the thing about rods is that they ignore the enemy's defense, and so they'll do a lot more damage than just regular spells.
Oh, so it's not some sort of bonus to your magic stat when you break a rod, it's that it ignores magic defense?
Yeah, well, your magic affects it too, your magic
Yeah,
stat.
and I believe the rod also gets the highest possible damage roll too. Being able to ignore defense is something that factors in pretty heavily in the glitchless route too, for the end game.
I've always appreciated the irony of throwing smoke bombs in a burning building.
So in a normal run, you'd just have Terra Morph, and then you'd be able to one-shot Flame Eater with an Ice Rod, but because I need to save my Morph power for Atma weapon, I have to use Aqua Rake too, to just kind of round off the 8,400 damage I need to kill Flame Eater. I was also trying to steal a Flame Saber from it, but I did not get it.
Would the Flame Saber just have been to sell?
Pretty much. Because I do want to have some Flame Sabers to throw with Shadow later on, but 2 was enough. That would be a third one I just got.
So I'm curious, is morphing and then waiting for Terra's ATB gauge to fill again and breaking an ice rod that much faster than Aqua Rake?
When
You
you-
don't have to wait for it to fill again, because when she
Oh.
morphs, she automatically gets
Oh,
turned right away.
okay. And then it just has to fill for her next action. Okay.
Yeah, if you use revert, it does consume her turn, but when you use morph, then you get a free turn immediately afterwards. Because all those smoke bombs we used earlier didn't work, so Shadow has a super smoke bomb.
He's a ninja. He knows how to use it correctly.
So yeah, I just wanted to mention for those of you who might just be joining our stream now, this is Crystals for Life 2014, and we're playing to benefit JDRF, the largest global organization funding type 1 diabetes research, focused on treating, curing, and preventing type 1 diabetes. All proceeds of this marathon are going to JDRF. If you'd like to see the donation incentives that remain, you can go to crystalsforlife.ca and get the full marathon experience with a chat and donation incentives there. All the incentives are listed in the tracker on that page. It's on the right side of the page, about half the way down. Also, if you haven't had a chance to get your Yeti t-shirts yet supporting Crystals for Life, I encourage you to do so. This is the last day they're for sale. They're available at theyeti.com/C4L. Each shirt is $11. There are 6 different designs, and $3 from every shirt sold is being donated by the Yeti to JDRF. So, yeah, get them while you can. And thank you very much to the Yeti for partnering with us like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely, which
Awesome.
means there's an inbound donation of 1,500 at some point. The Yeti has already donated
Wow.
3,000 of that. And yeah, watch out for another inbound 1,500 from the Yeti at some point.
So we have some prizes for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I will pull up that list of prizes. Alright, so yeah, there are a lot of different prizes available. To see what prizes are available for this game, click the donate button, which is right near the tracker button on crystalsforlife.ca, about halfway down the page on the right. For a minimum single donation of $5, you're automatically entered to win a Crit Happens t-shirt, a Dissidia Terra figure, an original Super Famicom version of Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VI with a Final Fantasy X PS2 demo disc for the PS1. This is sealed in the PAL version, as well as a Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock t-shirt. For a minimum donation of $10, you're also automatically entered to win an absolutely beautiful work of art of Esper Terra, as well as some beautiful Magicite art and Terra art. And then finally, for a minimum donation of $30, you're also automatically entered to win the Not So Mystery Anymore mystery prize of the 2 sealed lunar games, which I assure you are worth just a touch more than $30, as Wexel elegantly put it. So yeah, please get those donations in. It's going to a great cause, type 1 diabetes research. You're entered to win some amazing prizes, and there are plenty of donation incentives left in the mix.
Rin still here to talk Ultros?
She's here, but
Okay, so until she does the Ultros voice, I think we're all calling Rinny Anti-Ulti. I like Erin's interpretation of Ultros. It's squeakier. I kind of like that actually. No, I actually really like it. I can totally put a squeaky voice to that face.
If you can actually read that over the background, my hat goes off.
Yeah, it's actually a very good thing we have the vocals for those of us who can't read it.
Yeah.
I also have to speed read it, so. How can this be? I'm not more than a stupid octopus!
he somehow disappears into
Yeah.
the ground.
It's a few seconds faster to use another rod, because then he just dies instead of talking, but just because I need a lot of rods in this route, I make one attempt to sketch him, because then I can save my 3rd fire rod for later.
The annoying thing that Sketch has a pretty decent chance of missing there, which is why I usually avoid it in my runs.
And didn't the Any Percent actually use a Thunder Rod against him? Or
Yeah,
am I
that's
mistaken?
what he was saying. He could have used another rod instead of sketching.
I only
Right, but-
actually have fire. I think he's weak to both fire and.
Okay, yeah,
and
what I
thunder, so
meant
it
was...
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Puexel said he could have used another Fire Rod,
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
the Any Percent used a Thunder Rod, correct? Why
Yeah,
the difference?
Well, he's weak to either one, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just you happened to have a Thunder in the Any Percent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need both kinds in this route, and I think you only need thunder in any percent because of ninjas.
So now we've got lots of cutscenes.
Yeah.
If you have anything else to read.
Yeah. Would you actually mind taking over for a second just so I can use the restroom?
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, we do have several donations here. So let's get to them. We have $30 from Tinglenator. Hey there, it's Tinglenator again. Donating 30 to get a chance to win those 2 Lunar games. The Lunar series has had such an amazing impact on my love for JRPGs that I just had to donate again. Puexel, I truly hope you don't get hit by a magical goddess Quasar. Put this $30 to naming Gogo as Abda Jr. because eggs or something. We have $10 from Caitlin. Who can kill Sid for money? Cutthroats. Actually, that's probably not how that's meant to be read, but whatever. We have $10 from Gangrel. Hearing about Emma and Agora, Emma/Agora, it touched me. And having lost someone in the past who was diabetic, I feel that this is the least that I can do. And to everyone who has spent time and effort organizing this, I tip my hat to you guys. You all rock. We have $30 from Efridi. From Norway with Love. Sorry I haven't donated before now. Gotta save Sid. Ain't no Final Fantasy without Sid. We have a $5 anonymous donation. This is to my man Mark Liu, my roommate in Austin for 1 year who had type 1 diabetes. And we have $10 from Cosme Blue. Been really enjoying this marathon. Thanks for the hard work, everyone. Putting this $10 towards killing Sid, because Celis looks like she should really perk up. With a leap of faith! P.S. To Puexel and Essentia, good luck with the rest of the run. And now we have a special donation that Meta Sigma would like to read.
Felly here. Just wanted to say thanks for putting on this marathon and inspiring me to donate. I don't really know anyone close with diabetes, but that won't stop me from donating. Also, I'm glad to have met Puexel and others at Rom Scouts meetup last year. I'm sorry I couldn't eat at the restaurant since I went to the wrong one. At least I made it to the arcade. Also, if it's possible, can I split between the Realm name and Saving Sid, even though the former is over? I just want to offer my support too somehow. Much love to Agora.
Just in time.
Just in time for mayhem. All it's missing is a mayhem meter. Somebody think of the furniture.
Save the furniture.
Okay, so you may remember how I talked about putting Bannon into the front row when he was with me earlier, and that carries over to when Leo fights Kefka here, because it's about like 6 seconds I think faster to just attack with Leo's equipment, which includes an offering relic, than to use his shock, which is sad because shock is cool.
Yeah. I think it takes the same number of turns, but shock just has a longer animation.
And in order for it to be faster, Leo has to be in the front row. And that just saves me the time of having to go into the menu here to change his row. Kind of like Kingdom Hearts 2, there has been a lot of work put into optimizing every little detail in this game. Especially for the normal any percent run too, that's pretty crazy.
This just reinforces my impression that Emperor Gestalt is a Shih Tzu. Kefka called, and the dog came.
Come here, boy.
There's plenty more hates where that came from.